There we go. I'm just laughing at myself, guys. Guys, happy Friday. Namaste. God bless. How are all of you? What's up, man? Did you guys like what happened today? I didn't know. I didn't know. It's a national day of something. I'll get to that. But as I'm doing my thing at work today, it was like, what's going on? The friggin' the earth is shaking. I didn't feel it, but apparently all the associates did. It was like the second coming. I was waiting for the horns to be blaring in the background, the angels be falling from the sky, the way people were asking. But now I got that off my chest. Okay, all is good. Back to normal Friday, guys. Hopefully all is good. Today is National Body Care Day. Okay, nice. National Self-Care Day. And that's even better. But along with those two things that I kind of practice and preach here on America's Mentor and show you guys, it's National Peeps Day. So along with taking care of yourself, you can eat peeps. Oh, it's also a National Deep Dish Pizza Day. I'm from New Haven. If it ain't thin, I'm not in. Sorry. But if you guys like deep dish and peeps to go along with body care and self-care, that's a combination. I don't know what to tell you on that. But I heard a fantastic story this morning. I always hear fantastic stories because that's my life. I'm a nerd, man. I love going into human development per se. But I'll get to that story in a minute because people have this notion, and I've been saying this, preaching this shit forever, getting my paperwork here. People have this notion that they can just hide from the world their feelings and nothing's going to show. Sorry, guys. It will show. It will show, and this is what people have to grasp, is the fact that, yeah, I didn't feel the so-called earthquake today, but around me, everybody else did. So we all see things kind of differently. Out of the quote boxes, this is all going to make sense, and I got a fabulous story about how we should hire all our new employees this way. This is brilliant, but I'm going to get right to the quote box. This is from Ernest Holmes. Religious Science, 1880 to like 1960. This guy was on the forefront of so-called New Age thinking, which actually is Old Age thinking. But he took science and religion, put it together. Yeah, kind of like what I do on America's Mentor, thanks to deceased notables like themselves. And I love this because it really brings out the fact that you can't hide from reality. You can't hide what you're projecting on the inside to the reality outside, because certain people are going to see it and certain people are not going to see it. Get right to the quote box tonight. Life is a mirror. Life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. I'm a big fan of the mirror technique, man. I've always have been a big fan of it, and my neighbors probably hear my shit every morning, but I'm a big fan of the mirror. Winston Churchill was, President Johnson was, Kennedy was. These guys would give their speeches literally in the mirror in the bathroom at the White House, or as Churchill did at his private residence on Dowd Street before they went out, because they wanted to see what they were projecting out, not necessarily the message, but their energy, their persona, who they were as a person, a leader. They had to see it for themselves. If you guys ever look in the mirror and you looked at your eyes, not these baggy things here, it's because I work a lot, man. But if you ever looked in your eyes, how deep they are, you will find out what you're projecting in life. And it's going to bring out the new you in the most amazing way. Life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker. This is basically your own self-fulfilling prophecy that you can't see. You wonder why things are happening. Is how do you see yourself? The self-image, the person you see in that mirror, the story you're telling yourself every single day. You can't hide, guys. You can't. It's great to be forthright and honest with yourself. Yeah, I'm in pain. This sucks. Shit. Whatever. But I'm going to get past it. I'm going to be better. I'm going to grow in life. And when you become honest with yourself, you're going to start attracting the most amazing things. Opportunity and decision are not in that quote. But that is what we have every single day. And when we look in the mirror, an opportunity is a good chance for advancement or progress. And what synonyms of break, chance, and shot. Decision is the most important part. That's promptness and firmness in deciding, hence determination. And I'm going to get right to my story before I read a quote from Ernest Holmes, because it really makes sense on what he was trying to do. And if employers would grasp this, man, they would really start, because I've had terrible luck with trying to hire new associates and getting new employees, because what they put on paper, and you guys in HR or any kind of administrative, you see this too, what people put on paper is completely different from what they're showing in life. It's kind of like a lot of people out there trying to hide their feelings and hide their pain. You can't, meatball. It's going to come out sooner or later. But what this CEO did was friggin' brilliant. I was like, oh my God, I got to tell this to people at America's Mentor. He had a CFO position. He was a CEO. He had a CFO position open in his company. It's a true story. I won't give the company out of privacy. But he had a CFO position that would literally bring the employee who got it literally up 2 or 3 tax brackets in pay. It was that big. And it was a big company. It was a $1 billion company. And what he did was he narrowed it down to 3 or 4 people in the company. It was an internal opportunity for somebody in the company to get it. And what he did was he got all these people and lined them all up. And he said, hold out your hand to all these potential associates that will have this job. And in their hand, they were handed a handful of beans. I had to get it out right. Each employee got handed a handful of beans. He said, go home, and in 30 days, I want you to bring your plant back to me. And I'm going to evaluate who you are as a person by how your plant is. And you can't add Miracle Grow, just water and soil, and there you go. So 3 out of the 4 employees come back 30 days later. And then, granted, they have credentials. I mean, these guys are upper echelon. They've done this and done that with nothing. They had shit. They had nothing in that pot. The fourth person that came in there, a blooming monstrosity that came out of this pot. And he goes, I want you. Why did he pick that person? Because not only was that person on paper the same in public, but what that person projected was most important, and that's what CEOs rely on. Don't deny this. Energy. He knew this person was projecting a good sense of energy in his life. He knew he had a good self-image. He knew that the issues were in control just by looking at that plant. And if you guys ever notice, plants live off our energy. My loft here is covered in palm trees, basically soil and water. And I got shade literally covering the skylight. Plants are an amazing, if you guys got plants at home, like my mom said, my plants keep dying. I said, because you're negative, meatball. Plants go by energy. And what this guy did, it was phenomenal. He just followed the old Japanese rice technique. You ever heard of that, where the scientists lined up 4 different bowls of rice, and each day he would talk to each bowl. One with hate, one with love, one with compassion, and each one of the samples of rice reacted differently. And it's funny how the one that he gave hate to turned black. And this is a known fact. This is how you can judge where your life is going. And if you have plants at home, it should make an opportunity and decision for you to change. If all your plants are dying, guys, you got to look in the mirror and say, what kind of energy am I giving off? It's a profound, tangible aspect of thinking brought to life by our thinking every single day. And if you guys can grasp that for yourself and realize, what kind of magnet are you? Are you a crap magnet? Are you a magnet of opportunity? I mean, imagine if every employer did that. You got all the potential associates lined up, give them a handful of beans in a pot and say, here, go home and grow this and come back in 30 days. And granted, the gestation is usually 90 days on these beans. I forgot what kind they were. But at the same time, the guy came back with this monster plant, and the guy goes, I want you. He knew right away the energy that this person was giving off was going to be a direct asset to the company. And that's what we have to ask ourselves every day. We have to ask ourselves that question every day. What do we see in the mirror? What story are you telling yourself? What are you living every single day? And Ernest Holmes, and I'll get back to him, he had a quote, each one of us is an outlet to God and an inlet to God. In other words, that karmic reflection of creation. That's who we are as people. So it starts from the inside and goes to the outside. Remember that for yourself. He goes on to say, and this is his definition of how should we say cause and effect, which is the biggest thing, honestly, I can say about life, because we are our own cause, and the effect is from how we think of ourselves to create that effect in life. Here we go. A belief that there is a universal law of cause and effect operating in the life of mankind that is primary mental and spiritual. What is he saying? We're the source. We are our own God. I mean, this guy spent his life in religion and in science defining the art of creation. And when you guys realize that life is just a reflection of yourself, not only in the tangible aspect of what you see, but the mental and spiritual aspect of that. And you can't hide from reality. And the quicker you are to create a better life for yourself, you're going to grow the most amazing opportunities based on the most amazing decisions and chances you give yourself. You're not taking a chance on transformation. You're giving yourself a chance for transformation. How you think, so shall you be. It's just something for you guys to really understand and grasp hold of with all your might. What you think of, you bring of every single day. So what do you see in the mirror? The eyes are the mirrors of the soul. What do you see in there? What do you see that's going on? Because from that, you're going to create from that. And I love bringing this wisdom and this knowledge from these deceased notables who understood the power of quantum and metaphysics. He was a metaphysician, by the way. And back then, they didn't have an acronym. He was just a metaphysician. He knew how the mind works. And he said, wait, science and religion are basically the same thing. They're just, how should we say, examples.
You've got mail.
And it's something for you guys to really understand, to bring to light your own light. You are your own light, and how you light that torch every single day will define where you're going. So think about it for yourself, guys. On this Friday, I am going to head over and make some dinner, man. Hopefully you guys are all well and didn't get too crazy with that earthquake today, man. It wasn't, I didn't even feel that shit. I was too busy, but I'm going to read that quote one more time. Listen, life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker. Remember, every thought is a creation. Every thought is emotion, is energy in motion. Choose your thoughts and you choose your destiny. What kind of destiny do you want? Do you want to live back there, or do you want to live in the forefront of this most amazing life that
You've got mail
on your own, guys? So I got to go. America's Mentor _radio on Instagram. I'm getting messages from my brother. I got to see what the hell he wants. America's Mentor on X, at America's Mentor on X. Guys, please follow me, Jerry Maldonado 2, on Facebook for unique information to help you to your destination. Happy Friday. Remember, share this video. Understand that you are the source. You are the power source to all you want in life and or don't want. Enjoy your Friday, guys. I'll see you soon.